Well, ladies and gentlemen, the internet is still discussing, debating, even arguing over the OF model Lily Phillips, who recently went viral. Now, if you're watching me thinking, wait, who is this? Why did she go viral? What's this all about? I currently envy you. But just to recap, a British... Wait, hold on. Yeah. She would be British, wouldn't she? How we fallen. But a British adult content creator, yes, there's too many of those these days, has become the big talking point because she hooked up with 100 desperate men in just one day. Yes, you heard me correct. And a documentary was made about the whole thing because this is what we make documentaries on these days. But it was her reaction to destroying her own mind, body, and soul that has the internet in a huge frenzy right now. Just take a look at what went down.
When was the last time you ate?
I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And then I think I had a sandwich, and that was and then the rest. It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest. It was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like...
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
You know, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'm gonna get a violin for my videos for 2025, truly, because every single time we see somebody cry or play the victim, I can just start playing the violin afterwards. It's gonna add a whole nother layer to the videos. I think we can all agree on that one. Now, when the internet saw her reaction, you know, they saw the state she was in, the tears, etc., very predictably, they felt sorry for her. Somehow, some way, a victim narrative, as I said last time, has been created. What a load of garbage. Like, I ain't in the mind of, oh, I'm feeling sorry for every single person. Nah. I know we live in this time where it's a very soft, feminine society, and we put feelings on one of the highest pedestals, but there's no excuse. And it's actually interesting I say that, because in a lot of other aspects, we see people say, facts don't care about your feelings. Let's talk about the facts. But in this case, that's not what people are doing. It's very interesting. The facts are, and let's just get this straight, the dudes also are to blame here. Some dude watching right now is going, oh my gosh, how can you say that? It's just a whoop. Did she force him to go to this event? No. It's clear to see they have a very bad sex/PRN addiction, and they are so desperate for intimacy, they are willing to share it with 99 other men. The facts are, her parents have to be questioned as well, very heavily, because if you are strong parents and you raise your children properly, they're not going to make OF content in the very first place. Now, I believe they're involved with her life quite a bit, and they know all about this, and it seems like they feel no shame, so allow me to tell you, you are failing your daughter, and you're going to have to deal with the consequences as well. But the facts are, one person made this choice, one person alone. One person made the choice to open herself up to 100 other men. Without that choice, this whole situation that everybody is talking about doesn't happen. She has to take accountability, responsibility. I mean, you know, Lily Phillips clearly feels so bad about it all anyway, that she, as far as I gather, still wants to sleep with not 200 men this time. No, not 300, not 400, not 500. Nah, that's not good enough. 1,000 men. What?
I want to be the first person to be with 1,000 guys in one day.
And I'm supposed to feel any empathy here?
Absolutely not.
But let's move on from that. It's taken up too much time. As you can see with this video, we're going to be taking a look at Candace Owens and what she had to say about the whole thing, because recently she actually spoke with Lily Phillips, and I think you'll find it interesting what she has to say, and I want you guys to let me know which parts you agree with and which parts you don't. But just before we carry on any further, if you could, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to leave a like rating, as it really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description, and let's get into it.
I had a conversation with Lily Phillips, who is that British girl who is trying to beat the world record, Guinness Book of World Record for sleeping with the most men in one day. And she is going for 1,000 men. And she is extremely young. Skylar, how young is she? She had to be like 23 years old. She's 23 years old. And obviously, the OnlyFans market is somewhat saturated now. And so if you're really going to break through as an OnlyFans model, you're going to have to do something really ridiculous. And she has decided that she is going to sleep with 1,000 men in 24 hours to break the Guinness Book of World Record, which was previously held by some Polish girl who slept with approximately 917 men in one day. Obviously, this is utterly demonic, and people have been outraged also to learn that her mother is working with her. Like, her mother handles the finance portion of her OnlyFans account.
How a mother allows her daughter to be passed around like that, not only with the 100 guys in one day situation, but previously as well, because it's not like she just started this OF content now. How a mother allows that to happen is disgusting. That is your own daughter, and you're helping her with the finances. And also, her father has to be questioned here, because clearly he is a very, very weak man, because no strong father allows their daughter to go ahead and make this content, as I mentioned earlier, in the very first place. It is wrong. It is disgusting. Our society is done. It's finished.
And so just spiritually to think about, and she's presenting herself to the public. She did an interview with the Daily Mail, and she's like, I come from a stable household. My mother loves me, like my father loves me. And she's trying to pretend like I'm just a regular girl who wants to break a Guinness Book of World Record. So I got contacted by Steiny, of the Nelk Boys podcast. And he said, listen, like, I'm about to have this girl on my show. Would you want to have a conversation with her? And I said, yes. I said yes, not because I thought that I was going to change her mind, but because I knew that having a conservative and a spiritual conversation with her is important for the young girls that are following her, thinking that what she is doing is making her happy.
That's one thing people haven't realized as well. Think about all the young women who potentially are seeing this and want to recreate it. Because always in content creation, regardless if it's adult content or not, people want to outdo the person who's getting the most attention. So there are going to be women out there thinking, right, this woman is getting so much fame, so much money. People, as I said earlier, feel sorry for her. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. People need to be told that this is wrong. There can't be any sympathy made whatsoever.
So she did this test run before I spoke with her, just a couple of days before I spoke with her. And she slept with 100 men in 24 hours just to see if she could get to 100. But essentially, she comes out of the room. It's exactly what you imagine. And they start asking her questions like, how was it? How was it? Because she's filming a documentary to go along with this to maximize the money she makes. And she quite literally broke down crying. Fast forward a couple of days, I'm talking to her and she's back to trying to make it seem like she doesn't care. And so I just called her out on that. Like, we were completely respectful. There was no reason for me to be derogatory towards her. I know that a lot of people feel very passionate, but I just basically said to her, this is a facade, and I'm aware that it's a facade because I had Amber Rose on my podcast and speaking to her about the sex industry, speaking to her about what it took for her to pretend to be confident, because she said the reason why these OnlyFans models pretend that it doesn't bother them and that doesn't disrupt their spirit is because the men want to believe you're into it, right?
She's saying it because the men that pay her want to hear that. She has to still stay within the fantasy. You know what I mean? And so, like, let's say if you have an OnlyFans and stuff and you get on the whatever podcast and you're like, actually, I'm a good girl. I've never done in my life. I'm really smart. And like, I just kind of just talk to these guys to make money, but I never do anything. The guy's going to be like, I'm never paying this girl any money ever again.
I disagree with this point. The reason these creators seem like it doesn't affect them and it's not hurting their spirit is because they are broken. So I don't think it's because they're trying to put on a facade or whatever. I understand what they're saying. If Lily Phillips was so traumatized by it, would she not stop?
So if you're trying to make money and you're trying to sell a package on OnlyFans, and you're like, I'm into 1,000 guys going through me in one day, they don't want to see you crying. They don't want to see you distressed, because then it kind of takes away from their fantasy. And I called her out on that. I said, I get that you're creating a fantasy. You're doing this, obviously, I'm not going to ask you patronizing questions. You're clearly doing this for money. If Ford models knocked on your door and said, I'd like to give you a $50 million contract for modeling, you wouldn't be doing this, plain and simple. Because she tried to then say, oh no, like I actually really like doing, like, I like this. She's like, I was already sleeping with a ton of guys for free. This is my thing. So dishonest, again, because she has to sell this fantasy to the men that are signing up to her OnlyFans, that she's into it. And because she had this moment where she broke after she slept with 100 guys, I just want to say, like, for the guys that are signing up, the 1,000 men that are signing up to sleep with her in 24 hours, like, I view you as, like, now you saw the breakdown, you saw the real her, the mask slipped. And if you are signing up to do that, it's because you're a pervert. There's really nothing else to say. She's a young girl and she just wants money, and you're willing to violate a woman and be one of 1,000 men to do it in one day.
If you're one of those guys who shared her with 99 other men, you're messed up in the head. But if you're still going to go ahead and share a woman with 999 other men just to serve you in some way because you too are broken, you're disgusting, disgraceful, scumbag.
For what? Because of sex addiction, because of all of the ills that we are suffering from, and because of the fact that is the oldest trait in the books. That is why she is participating in this. She even spoke to the fact that, like, her life was made better and she owed it to her fans. You know, she's got a little bit of money. Somebody, I think, made an estimate online that she makes like $2 million a year. And I told her, $2 million a year, and you're going to reflect on this, how it's going to impact your children if you have them. Like, imagine going to school as a child and you have the mother who everyone knows slept with 1,000 men in one day. Just to, like, do the math on that. She's going to have to sleep with one man every 86 seconds for 24 hours straight.
So let's talk about the first point Candace made there, because it's a good point. Think about when these OF creators in general, and there's an abundance of them, unfortunately, when they potentially have kids. Their kids are going to go to school throughout their whole educational life, and people are going to know what their parents got up to. But just imagine going to school as a son or daughter, and you know, potentially all of your classmates have seen your own mum getting ran through by 100 and potentially 1,000 guys in 24 hours. The kids are going to have a lot of mental health issues, that is for sure. And you can make as much money as you want. You can get as much fame as you want. You can get as much attention as you want. You can get all the dopamine from all of these external things as much as you want. But the price you are going to pay is bigger than any financial gain you will get.
That's going to have to, by the way, include bathroom breaks. Like, I don't want to imagine how that works. She's not going to be able to eat. Maybe she is going to eat. I don't know. But it is really, truly a sign of just demonic possession. I told her, like, you are possessed by a devil.
Sorry for pausing it quite a lot. This is going to be a lengthy video, but she's making a good point there. If you want to go ahead and do this, you have to have something so lustful and evil in nature attached to you that you are having the thoughts of, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sleep with X amount of men.
It is telling you to put money ahead of your entire future. I get that you like the attention that you're getting for all of this, but it's just really sad to see what women have become in today's society.
It's a nail on the head there, man. What a lot of women are doing today is, man, there are no words to describe it, but you also have to think about the men in today's society who are engaging in it, the men who are embracing it, the men who have become so weak that they don't raise their kids properly and they allow them to go down this road. We have an abundance of, as I said, these creators, and a lack of strong parents, strong mothers, fathers. But I would like to see her somehow get saved, because, nobody should be doing this to themselves. Nobody should be breaking themselves in this way to serve whatever purpose they think is going to serve them when it doesn't. It is just a big reflection of where we're all at and how low Western society is sinking. We embrace degeneracy over common sense. But I'm going to stop there. I've probably rambled on for too long anyway. I want to hear your thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this whole story that is going around? I'd like to know. Once again, if you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your host, JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.